This conference will now be recorded.
Now we are able to hear everyone, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay, I'm just sharing screen. Okay. I have to repeat again, right? Okay. See, I'm talking about that how the class structure will be created by using of class rule. Along class rule, they use rule set rule also. Okay, they use rule set rule also. The rule set rule, what is purpose? Okay, the rule set is what is purpose? Using of class rule and rule set rule, using both, they created enterprise class structure, your application class structure. So what is purpose of rule set? So we are discussing here what is rule set. You know that already when we are discussing in the types of rule set, the first rule is the rule set rule, a set of class rules. Rule set is nothing but is like a folder, it's like a package folder, or it contains the subfolders. So folder finally a collection of files, package a collection of programs, collection of classes. The same thing here. Rule set is nothing but a set of rules, a set of class rules. We are calling the rule set. It is mainly purpose of deployment, easily security purpose. When you want to move your all application rules from one system to another system, where which scenario we can move. So once the development system to testing to UAT to production. So how to move that is called deployment concept. The same thing security also. Instead of giving off individual, we can go for the as a group level. So deployment purpose and security purpose, we are using the rule set. What is that? A set of class rules. So how we have standard class rules? Every rule will have the rules. Standard inside the Pega product, we have the ready-made rules are there. The same thing, rule sets also we have the ready-made rules are there. Those are like when they create the Pega product, when they defined, released Pega, the first main top rule sets, Pega program, process commander, Pega integration services, Pega work basket, Pega rules, business rule engine. From this, they derived a lot of rule sets created, generated. It means that rule set also will be supporting inheritance concept. Folder also supporting inheritance concept. If anybody asks you what are the standard class rules, what are the standard rule sets, you need to tell that. Now coming to a point, if you see these all standard rule sets only. If you come top, where we are seeing your application name, integration name, these all like your customized rule sets or application rule sets. Or you have created again, you can use your Pega product rule sets, and that's why I told you we have to reuse only, we have to use me, but you don't have rights to modify my rule sets. So whatever you want to do, you can create your own on your my platform, and you from me you can create it and use me, but you don't have rights. So that's why they created our own application rule sets. So types, they're the standard rule sets and types of rule sets, application rule sets, standard rule sets. Okay, where we can see. So because rule sets we never create the manually. Again, I'm telling you, when you creating the application, along with the application, the Pega will be created. System is created those rule sets. I want to know the particular application rule sets. Where we can see application menu, go for definition application. There we can see application rule sets, what are there. So as we have two layers, like if you use implementation layer, organization layer, implementation layer. If you use framework layer structure, organization layer, framework layer. So on top of that, implementation, so organization layer, framework layer, implementation layer. So every layer, there are two rule sets will be created. One is for the core application, one more is for the integration purpose. One is core application, one more is integration purpose. So I'm going to keeping separately. I don't want combined, mixed. Then problem, you know that. Separately you have to make it. So start opening. So if you see your class structure level, an organization layer with organization name, one rule set will be created. That rule set will contain the rule set version. Why? Because you know Pega is also will have the versions. Because always I'm thinking about I need to give the best easy way to the customer. So I will think always I need to give the best features to the customer. So I'm going to releasing always new features. Those all features I should not get as a free of service. It is a like business. So the basic base. So whatever I'm finding the best feature, those all features I'm going to give as a investment license. So we need to maintain those all things with versions whatever I'm using. Whenever I'm finding of best features, those things I'm going to adding with the product with the releasing of new version. So NN major version, minor version, patch version, simple changes, medium changes, complex changes is following the same thing. So rule set will contain the rule set version. We never create the rule set name manually. It will be created by the Pega product. When it will be created, when you are going to creating of application, that time Pega will created with organization name. For the core application. What about integration? Organization int. Now coming to point application level, with application name it will be created application. Then the integration purpose application integration into rule set. So implementation layer will be inherited the organization layer. If you use it in between the framework structure, then it will implementation layer will be inherited, framework layer will be inherited, organization will be inherited, Pega product. What are the class structures? Are all the rule sets or the layers which will be supporting inheritance concept, parent and child relationship. Why? Because reusability, declare once and reuse. By that way, if you follow the structure, it is a loosely coupled structure. We can save the time, we can maintain easily, we can give the will maintain the application performance well. So now I'm going to show you that. Yeah. Once you open the application definition, it will be open this in the body. There we can see the application rule sets, organization rule sets, application rule sets. See that it will be showing only major, medium, but it's not showing that patch. So they will be identifying here. So stop. If you want, we can add it also. So it will be hiding that. Save it. See that patch version. So the initial version 01-01-01 initial versions. These are all application rule sets. Then rule sets. Okay, application rule sets. Application rule sets and production rule sets. So there are types of rules I'm talking. Standard rule sets, product rule sets, application rule sets. There are other rule sets will be there. Please note it. Branch rule sets, development branch, we can see two ways here, add branch, otherwise one more option, branch rule sets. Here also you can see for application level, particular application, right click on this, we can see branch rule sets, create the branch rule sets. Then production rule sets, come down, advanced tab, production rule sets, production rules, please types of rule sets, application rule sets, standard rule sets, production rule sets, whatever in the production environment, production level, what are the rule sets will be there. I want to know, we can see here, but these are like only view purpose. We don't have rights to modify. Production rule sets, then branch rule sets, very important. Avoid this level. Branch rule sets and open your rule set. Anyone you can open the rule set. Branch rule sets for purpose of the main here. When we have multiple teams, all teams need to work as a parallel development. We need to start the development at a time. So for each team purpose, they will create one branch rule sets. There are 10 teams are there. So for a 10 teams purpose, they will create the individually branch rule sets. Once the development is completed, all branch 10 branch rule sets they will merge it and make a single rule set. That rule set may be finalized. Okay, then we are finishing at a time all teams development, otherwise one by one it will take a lot of time. So for parallel development purpose, quick development purpose with multiple teams, we will use branch rule sets. Very important intro point of view question, please note it. What is the branch rule set? When will you use the branch rule set? Please note it question. Once you open the rule set will have the tabs, history, category. There are types of rule sets still. Component rule set, standard already told that. Shared rule sets. Component rule sets is a module level rule sets. So, right, organization, division, organization unit. In organization unit level, I want to reuse the functionality, then I'll go for the component rule sets. Module level rule sets. Sorry, these module level rule sets. We have application level, multiple modules are there. That's called we can use the component rule set. Shared is the division level. Otherwise, shared is the division level rule sets, and the component we can say organization unit level rule sets. So these are like reusability rule sets, reusability of the rule sets. So types of rule sets, please note it. Then one more thing, if it's security tab, there is U checkout option, very important. Now whatever operators are creating the rules, those all things will be storing in this rule set. But this rule set, I need to take care security. Where you need to store inside the version control. If you not select the checkbox, version control won't provide security for you. So when you give that, then it will provide the security for your version control, for your version from GitHub. What is the version controls? GitHub. So that is very important. It will take a by LSP, but you need to take this. Now come to versions. Validation mode, application validation, rule set validation, application validation, rule set validations. There are two types of modes. What is purpose? Application validation means it's not asking any predefined required. So if you select a rule set validation, it will ask you parent rule sets. These rule sets, it will be inherited from these rule sets. But when I give the application rule sets, there is no, it will be inherited from all the Pega product rule sets. But when it is selected, it is inherited the particular specified rule set, means it is a parent name. The particular rule set, this rule set will be created. So we'll define the parent name. But if we go for application rules, no need to define the parent rule set. Now each the rule set will contain the versions 0101, and in that how many rules are will be storing here. Then the total rule count, and that the particular version how many rules will be stored here. I can see the count also. History. If we create one more version, I will show you that how to create the one more version. This is about rule set version. So now just assume that you already know that how we can deploy your application, whole application, you know that whole application. But when you're planning to deploy your application, so you need to send the mail to all team members. First, to create the branch rule sets also. Create the add branch if you want multiple teams. How to create the branch rule sets. So team 1, submit. Team 2, like that, how many teams are there? Each team you need to create the one rule set, branch rule set. team 2. Yes, assume two teams. And after that, both teams are development is completed. Just refresh. Yeah. This is called class structure. This is called branch rule sets. Just identify that. So here, which one is the highest version? Team 2, right? So what I can do, team 1, I will put it inside the team 2. So like I want to merge the team 1 inside the merge team 2. How to do that? Refresh, expand this. It's taking time. So I want, because we don't want, we should not use more rule sets here in production level. So if you use the more rule sets, it will be impact application performance. Try to use less rule sets. What we can do for using of less rule sets, we need to merge the rule sets, make a single rule set. Otherwise, for every functionality you are creating the new rule set, it will be a problem. Why it's not coming? Refresh. It's not reflected. Whatever you add the branch rule sets, it's not coming here, right? So do one more refresh, expand. Why it's not coming? Refresh. What happened? Oh, I think it's not saved, huh? Okay. We're not saved, that's why it's not coming. So team 1 submit. Team 2 is the highest version, right? 2. Save it. Go for application explorer. Go for branch. Expand this. Yeah, now see that. So where you want merge the rules. So I team 1 I want to merge team 2. So right click on this. As of now, if you expand this, I didn't create a single rule set rule also inside this branch rule set because you don't know how to create. We'll talk later. Just assume that I created a few of rules for developing of some functionality one. So those all rule sets will be there, team one and team two. So I want so as you know Pega recommendation, we should not keep maintain more rule sets. We need to try to maintain the less rule sets. What I can do, I will merge the rule sets. How to merge the rule sets? Go for merge option. So merge proceed. So, but as of now, empty will be there. Merge branch, parallel development. So, multiple teams. So, as of now, nothing rule sets are there to merge. So, it means that there is no any single rule also here. If it's there and click next merge option and select the actually you need to select team one, then it will come here. These rule sets we need to select here team two. So, it will be merged successfully in the team two to branch rule set. There's a final rule set. The final rule set maybe want merge inside the loan app or in tab where based on the requirement is a core application integration requirement. Then that rule set I can know. So now before is when you are taking off your application to the other system, First, you need to send the mail. Then everybody need to stop the development. So what we can do, we need to lock the rule set. Otherwise, still someone is modifying the changes and creating some rules and putting into the rule set, it will impact problem, right? So where all people are development is completed, testing is completed. Now I want to ready to deploy. So first, before exporting the application, as you told that first you need to check the all the testing functionality, all rules are uh, checked in or not. Next one, we need to check the application performance, that is by using of guardrail tool, performance tool, alerts. After that, you need to log the rule sets, very important. Log the rule set. When you are log the rule set, when you are planning to deploy your application, changes, whole application or changes, we need to log the rule set. So you can give the password, rules. You can give anything, but generally you can give the rules. So that will be easily to remember. Otherwise, if you give your personal rules, it will be difficult. So right, unlock the rule set. Now it is there like that. All the rule sets we need to lock. Then we need to export the application. That is the proper way. So without unlocked, if we create the application, it will be problem. So again, int, you just go there here, locked everything, lock. Then only you can rules. Or you even when you use locked. So I want export, right? You know how to export. Go for configure. So when you want to plan for its existing application, legacy application, then we should use package option. Last time whole application. So you selected export and selected a particular application, whole application you took to the target system. And now development system and target system, in both places applications are there, but in the development system I added few features. Only those features I kept in the particular rule set. I want to take only those features. How to move the only changes whatever you developed in the development system, those changes alone I want to take to the target system, because every time we're not taking the whole application. That is not the best practices. Whatever, because already is there existing application, why again taking one more time? So whatever new changes, whatever you have the new changes, for keeping of those new changes, phase 1 is completed or the sprint 1 is completed, again they give the sprint 2 new requirement. Now the sprint 1, for keeping of, again we are to developing of sprint 2, we are going to you are going to creating of rules. Those rules again you need to store inside the rule set. So because as of current one is be unlocked, so to keep again the same, you need to unlock in the and store the same rule set. No, this is not, that is the case. Why Pega is releasing these many versions, 5, 7, 6, 7, 8. So we don't want to disturb the previous code, previous application. Whatever new versions, new changes, new features we need to keep in the new version. So what we can do, once without, we should not lock it. So what we can do, we need to go for create menu. For the new changes purpose, I'm planning of to develop the sprint 2 new changes, new features in this application for developing purpose, and we need to store, go for sysadmin rule set. So for that I'm going to creating of new rule set version. I'm not creating the rule set name. Rule set name we never create. We'll create only rule set versions manually when you're getting the new requirement. So your application is loan. Click down arrow, loan app. When I selected automatically, 01010 is locked, so the high version is created. But patch version is came based on your requirement. Simple changes or complex changes, then you can change the according to your version. Is a branch rule set? No, it's normal rule set. So update this once you created, please update successfully this version into the your application. See the 010102. Now go and see that after create successfully, go for your application, just refresh. The what version is available, that will be we can see 02. So 0101, why this is not available? Because that is locked. It's not available. Why is locked? The changes it gone to the production. I don't want disturb on that. So what are new changes? For that I'm going to keeping of new version. So for that you need to create the new rule set version. We never create the new rule set will be same with application name, but only changing the versions according to your requirement. Complex, medium, simple. See that only will be change actually here. Simple when you go do the any testing functionality, they will change patch version and medium version, minor version. This is almost when now the releasing of new requirement is a complex, then they will change here. So now see the 02. So now I want to take only the changes where I kept it 02 level. We have two ways. Go per application. We can use export. Select application rule set and rule set version. But it's not refresh. Sorry, a rule set, right? Yeah. You need to select the rule set. Rule set, the loan app and 02. Loan app latest version, you need to take it. I'm just taking only changes from the development system to target system by selecting a particular rule set name, rule set version. Even go for package. What happened right here while taking this, we don't know what are the we are taking. Directly exporting the application. New changes. So click export. Now it is exporting in that rule sets version. What are the rules are there? You don't know. Directly, I mean, it is exporting by Pega tool. I want to know what I'm exporting. I don't want even this. I want to do some selection without choice. It is exporting. If you go for package option, we have choice. You need to select the loan application, come down and select loan and version, latest version 02. Click next. Now we have choice. What are the things I need to take care? All we can see the left side we have the topics names. You want tables, you want operators, see that. So I don't want this all already is available, right? This application also is available. I don't want this application is there. Click next. In the target system is the existing application. Is there any dependency? You are adding any some jar files, some external files, then it will be the third point application dependency. Okay, that you need to select, then it will be displayed. Select the application name. Now organizations is not required these all things. Already existing application. Click next. Organization already is there. I don't want again. Okay, please unselect it. Then access groups. Is there any new access groups? Are the same access groups not required? It is there. Is a new one. Now operators. As of now, only developer or dev only. There's a multiple developers are there. Multiple developers are like working in this application. I want all developer changes. So you need to select the whoever done, designed, developed. changes in this version, I need to select all the developers. You need to select it. Then all the developer changes will come and exporting, creating package file here. Click next. Work queues. Work queue means queue of it will be controlled by the manager. Same work group. Can you please write it? What is work queue? What is work group? Please write it. And tables. You create any tables? No. As of now, empty. And any jar files you need to add again? No. Database storage, tables history not required. Integration purpose, nothing, finish. Finally, now we have selection option. What are things I want to take it from the development system to target system? Again, you want to modify, you can modify this. See that, then again you want to modify, go there. What you selected, all the things will be there here. You can recheck one more time. You can view it, review what is there. So rule set purpose, deployment, till now we are talking about deployment. What you selected, please check it here. Again. So once you checked and the creation of date and change your application requirement sprint to 2, what is the requirement? Write that name and create the product file and give the date also, today date. Now it will say that please log the rule set. Before creating the package, exporting, you need to log the rule set. See that what they're saying. Log the rule sets, then only it will be create the product file. Assume that you locked, then it will be created package file like this. Go for export. It will be created like this. Then we need to, after that, you know what I have to do, how to, either we can do the manual deployment, otherwise we can use automation deployment. We can directly push the this file to the target system. This is about rule set version. So what is rule set, why you need rule sets? So now for your application, see that, go for application explorer, refresh, class structure. See that now you have the two layers, right? Three layers. Enter organization layer. From that onwards you can see that I'll show the proof also. For every layer the separate rule set will be created. So sysadmin category, under that your class rule will be there. Open this class. It is a top level class, abstract class. It will be stored inside the in this rule set. This rule set, in this rule set will have multiple, which version it will be stored in this version, like this. For everywhere, come to loan app, sysadmin is a application layer. This class will be stored in this rule set in this version. So this class, so finally this rule stored in this version in this rule set. If we talk about class, the same thing, property in any other rules, this rule set, this rule will be stored in this rule set, side double colon version will be there, except rules, class rule, remaining all rules will be, we can see version also side only, here only. RS means rule set. So for your all with your class structure, how the class structure will be, how the your application structure will be created using of class rule, using of rule set. Using of the both rules, your application will be enterprise class structure will be created. For giving of more secure, access group will be created. The base rules will be created for base application. So they're using class rule, rule set rule, and access group. Access group for the security, rule set purpose for security and deployment purpose. Class is for declaring of business functionality purpose, declare and implementing of business functionality purpose. This is about enterprise class structure will be created by the Pega tool. Till now you didn't create anything here. Pega only created, but how the Pega is created, the backend structure, I'm just explaining you the manually. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start our role, development role. Now for every role is completed: manager role, LSA role, administrator role, and BA role, and scrum master, what they're doing here. Tester also, that. Now is the pending is developer role, that is our role. How to start the development? Now the application, all Pega environment is ready. In that your application is ready. Now we need to start the development. The development part till now we assumed, but still not completed. That our role is going to start from tomorrow. What's how to start, how to think, how to design the application. So today task for you, just see that about your rule sets. Rule sets, what are the rule sets you created for your application? Open the rule set and check it on that. After that, see the types of rule sets. Please note the questions, interview point of questions. And go and see that the scenario will be there, branch rule sets in the Google. Check it and find the write the answer in a document. Okay. Branch types of rule sets and the mainly branch rule sets. Okay, parallel development, quick development, creating the multiple branches once the development is created, and merging all the rule sets with the main rule set I'm going to deploy to the target system. And how to create the rule set version, how to export when I want to move the changes, new changes from the development system to testing environment or any other environment, higher version. How we can move it easily by using of rule set version, where we kept the, so for every new changes we will create the new rule set version. With rule set we never create the rule set name manually, we will create the only rule set version the manually. Whenever you're getting the new requirement, mean whenever you are plan to developing of or adding of new feature for your application level, for that time only you are going to creating of new versions with old existing rule set name, that is your application name. By seeing the rule set name I can say that it is which application rule set, because application name rule set name will be same, access group also same, because easily to identify the application. Otherwise if you give the different names it will be not good. So we need to follow naming formats, standard naming conventions, very important. We need to use the same application so easily to identify the which rule set, which application, which access group. Otherwise we'll be confused. So we need to give the application name, we need to give all the for the main like rule sets and access groups. These all things we need to follow standard. It's not, you're not following, Pega is creating, you don't worry about that. Pega is already is creating. If you are creating the manual, that's the problem, but we are not, system is created, you don't worry about it. But I'm just telling the structures. So today interview questions, and see that about rule set structure, how it will be created for your enterprise class structure. this task for you. So we'll see that tomorrow onwards our main development course. Do you have any question from anyone? I guys, yesterday I know that you guys not joined a few of members. I'm requesting you. Did you see that yesterday recording class and did you note all the questions?
Hello, I'm
Yes.
Madhu. Yeah, actually, I was creating enterprise class structure that you have given for the SBI and the home loan. But while creating the application, I was getting the error. The class work cover does not exist. Please define an existing parent class.
Maybe you already using names for any other class with the same name.
Actually, what I did, like I created, but it was not creating. So I deleted all the names, all the
It's
organizations,
not
all the
deleted. It's
divisions.
not deleted. It's not deleted in the back end. There's a lot of
Okay.
process that I'll tell you later. You need to give the
Okay.
different names again. That is the problem.
Okay, so I tried giving the different names, but still it was not working. Like see the process will be like we have to create the organization division and the organizational unit.
Why? No, already you created an organized structure. Why again you're creating new? Oh, for the SBA, yeah? Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, for
got it.
SBI, not for
Okay,
BOFA,
okay,
but for the SBI we
okay.
have to create now for
Hmm.
because we are creating the
Yeah,
new
organized
application today.
structure. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I created the home loan. Okay, but every time I'm getting the same error like class work cover does not exist. Please define an existing parent class with the different names also.
See, that's what I have to do. First one
Yeah.
for organization structures. What organization name you given the SBI? What about division name, organization name? What you given?
Like SBI IT, custom SBI, and operator ID
Customers.
also have changed. Dev
Okay.
SBI.
Dev SBA. Okay. Why you given
Yeah.
like this? Okay. Fine. That's okay. And the application name? Home loan, huh?
Application name home loan. Yeah.
Why it won't come here? This
I'll
may
try
still
today with
SBA.
the different name ICICI. I'll create. Okay. If I'll get the
Do
same
one
issue, I'll
thing.
tell you.
Do one
Yeah.
thing. Not
Yeah.
give the home loan. Give the home app. Otherwise, just try
Okay.
the home app.
Okay. I'll try with different name today. Create a
See that.
different.
Let me know tomorrow. Okay, na?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Thanks, man.
Anyone from anyone? Okay. Yes. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye.